everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the second part of my Christmas cookie series, and today I'm gonna be making Linzer cookies. So for Linzer cookies you're going to need the cookie cutters, and you need the ones that are solid as well as the ones with the hole in the middle, because then the jam shows through. And you're going to need a rolling pin. Not a pin. You're going to need a rolling pin. We're going to use 2 large trays, put a parchment paper on it, and I think we can get started. So mix the following ingredients in a bowl. 210 grams of flour, 70 grams of icing sugar, 140 grams of softened cubed butter. Separate 2 eggs and put 2 egg yolks in the bowl. Keep the egg whites for now in the fridge. Grate the zest from 1 lemon. Make sure you're only using the very top layer of the lemon. And for that I would use the part that has the small grater. Add a pinch of salt. And add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract or vanilla flavoring. And now either mix by hand or use your mixer with the dough extension. I'm using the flat beater here. And mix. It only takes a few minutes to mix everything together. Get the dough out of the bowl. Give it one last knead by hand if you were mixing in your mixer. And now put it on a plate and let it chill in the fridge for at least 1 hour. So now I have the trays ready and with the parchment paper, and the cookie dough is chilled also, so we can start forming the cookies. And we're gonna need extra flour, which we're going to be putting on the surface so it doesn't get stuck. So what you want to do is to roll out the dough, and the thickness should be about 2 millimeters. So I would cut a piece of the dough. First soften it a little bit with your hand, just push it down. Just a little bit. Because then it makes it a little bit easier to roll it out. Start rolling it. So the thing that it's important is that the thickness is the same throughout. Because once you put the cookies into the oven, if they're not even with the width, then some of them can end up being burnt and some of them can end up not being fully cooked. So I would turn around the dough, put a little bit more of the flour. Just make sure it doesn't get stuck to your surface, that's the main thing. So I think I can now bring you in closer so you can see in more detail. So once you roll it out, start cutting the cookies, and if the dough is nicely chilled and it's not sticking to the bottom, you can just take it out on the cookie cutter and transfer it onto your tray. Just push it out. Just make sure that when you cut the parchment paper that it fits the tray perfectly, because if you have some corners that are lifted, it will lift up the cookie and they will end up crooked. And first start with the solid cookies. I always do 1 tray with the solid and then do the other tray with the ones with the hole. And let me take one out also just to show you the width. So with the cutout, just connect them together and put them aside for now. So when you're done with the first batch, just add more flour, cut another piece. Again, soften it between your hands and continue the process with all of the dough. So now put the cookies in, and it should take approximately 8 minutes until they're golden brown. And now that the first tray is ready, take the cookies with the cutouts and start cutting the cookies with the hole. So to push the cookie out, you just need to put your finger through to help it and place it on a tray. And another way how to cut the Linzer cookies is to use 2 different cutters. So first you do the big circles. And then inside of that you would cut out the shapes right in the middle, and then again put it on your tray. So now put all the cutouts together, connect them into a 1-piece dough again, and do the cookies from that. If the dough starts sticking too much, I advise that you put it back in the fridge for 10 minutes to half an hour so it gets more solid again. So now I have the second tray done and putting it into the oven. So after 8 minutes the cookies are done. Let me show you the color. So golden brown, and I would just take it off the hot tray for now and let them cool off. So now the second batch is cooked and get it off the tray. Now that the cookies are fully chilled, we're gonna put some jam on. So you take the solid cookie and always face it bottom down and put the jam on. You can use any jam you like, but I think if you choose something a little sharper, gonna taste better. I have my homemade strawberry jam, so I'm actually using that. So this recipe will get you 2 small plates of cookies. If you want to make more, feel free to double the amount. And at the end, I would just powder some sugar. So these are my Linzer cookies. So to store them, you can just put them in a container that I previously lined with a kitchen roll or a napkin. And they last for weeks, so you can make them weeks and weeks in advance and still have them for New Year's Eve, for example. And one last thing to mention is that you can use the egg whites in my coconut meringue cookie, so please check that recipe also. And I think that's it. Enjoy the holiday season and see you at the next one.